Hi guys, welcome back to another day of our Kickstarter Learn to Trade Challenge. Today we're going to focus on trading rules, and we're going to look at a few rules before we take our trade, and we're going to take some trades, learn to take trades, and look at where we're going to take trades from. Okay, hopefully you've all downloaded your software, practice trading, and today we're going to look at the rules of engagement. Okay, we'll start off by looking at some basic concepts in terms of the rules. Always know your risk before you take the trade. So when we trade, we're always able to limit our risk. We can decide if we want to risk £10 or £100, £200, or even £20. So the beauty of trading is that we can always define our risk. Never trade with what you can't afford to lose, and never risk too much money. So we're looking at risk and how to mitigate those risks. So always know your risk. So if you're going to take a trade and you're trying to make say $50 or $100, you can then say, well, my risk to reward, what is my risk to reward? So your risk is how much you could lose if the trade goes wrong, and your reward is the profits you'll get if the trade works out. Just because your trade goes wrong doesn't mean it was a bad trade. This is trading. So it's all about money management and managing your risks. So let's suppose you're going to risk let's just say £10. Let's say you're going to risk £10 on a trade. So if the trade goes wrong, you'll lose £10. But if the trade goes well, you'll make £50. Your risk is 1 and your reward is 5. So your risk to reward is 1 to 5. Yeah? Now the next thing is, always use a trading stop, and that is what allows your risk to not to be any bigger than what you want it to be. So your trading stop will stop your trade, close out your trade as soon as you've reached your risk level. Never move your stop to allow a bigger risk. So if you're in a trade and you think the trade's going against you, and you think, well, it's going to stop me out, it's going to hit my stop, and I'm going to lose $10 or $20 or $200. Never move your stop because you think the market is suddenly going to reverse and become good and your trade's going to start making money. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. It's better to lose a fixed amount than to move your stop to allow a bigger risk, and then the trade just keeps going against you and against you, and you just keep losing more money. Never do that. Never trade your emotions. So it's very easy to get carried away looking at these red and green candles, and you see a big green one and you jump on it and say, yeah, I don't want to miss out. But guys, sit it out. Do not trade with emotions. When you lose a trade, it's very easy to get revengeful, get remorseful, get hateful, and trade with those emotions. And when you're trading trying to win back what you lost, you're trading with emotions. When you're trading thinking that the market's against you, you're trading with emotions. When you're trying to get one back on the market, you're trading with emotions. When you think you got the market beat, you're trading with emotions. When you win, you shouldn't be ecstatic, and when you lose, you shouldn't be sad. Trading should just be a function, not an emotion. So once you've got trading down to a function, you're now in control. Trade what you see, not what you think, guys. It's so easy to trade what you think and not what you see. And this happens so often in trading that, you know, novice traders tend to think they know what the market's going to do. No, you don't. No one knows. No expert knows what the market's going to do. No one. So trade what you see, not what you think. Do not trade other experts' views. They're usually wrong. Experts on television. Television is entertainment. Remember that. Whether it's news or a show. It's entertainment. So when you get some guy who says, yeah, he's got 20 years experience on working for Goldman Sachs and trading banks and, you know, giving you all the spiel, yeah, he's probably done that, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. Because usually it's entertainment. That's what television is. It's just a fact. It's entertainment. You follow those guys' advice, you'll lose your money. Trade what you see, not what you hear. When you hear something, it's too late. It's already happened. A lot of these guys don't make money trading, they make money on the television. They get paid by being on television. And those who make money trading, they work under different circumstances. They have advisors and analysts and all these guys giving them all the stats and information they need to make their trade. So when they come out on Civvy Street, they can't trade. I don't care who they are, they can't trade. They've got to learn trading all over again from the point of view of a civilian, of a retail trader. There's a big difference between a retail trader and a commercial trader. So always remember that. Do not take advice from so-called specialists. Trade what you see, not what you hear. Trade what you see, not what you think. Okay, guys? Golden rules of trading. Right. Yes, so now we're going to look at some things on the chart, and here we go. We're looking at the Euro USD, as you can see just there. I'm going to move some of these things so that we can see more of my chart. Okay. Right. So I'm going to just move this top setting. Right. A little bit more of my charts available to be seen. Now, right, so what I want you guys to practice is this red line that you can see, it's a moving average. And I'm going to show you how to put a moving average in quickly, and then I'll show you what to do with it. Just a basic strategy I'm going to give you to practice trading with. So we're going to right click on our chart. In fact, we won't do that. We're going to go to insert. Yeah, indicators. So we go to indicators, we go to trend, and then we go to trend, and then we go to moving average. And here we have a moving average. This is a 10-period moving average, and it's called a simple moving average. And the moving average is calculated on the close of the bar, on the close of the candle. So this period is a 10 candle period, and it works out the moving average based upon 10. We won't get too much into the details of how the moving average works, but this is a moving average, and you can set the color. You can change the color here. Let's change this one to yellow, and then click OK, and you see we've got a yellow one. 10 moving average. If we click on this, should be able to find out what that one is. That's a 14 moving average. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, we're going to just get rid of our yellow one, and we're going to use our red one. So we're going to delete this one somehow. Okay. There you go. So you want to delete, right click on the indicator and you'll see the delete. Okay guys, now what I want you to do quickly is whenever the price, like if you look at this price here, the market's coming down, it's crossed over the moving average, and when it closes, when this candle's finished and a new one starts, as long as you're below the moving average, I want you to take a sell trade. So I want you to sell the market. As you can see right now, over on our right hand side, we have a candle coming down now that has just crossed over this red moving average. When that happens and the candle closes I want you to take a sell trade. Now I'm going to do it just so that we can see that we've done it. But I want you to wait for the candle to finish. This is a 5-minute candle. Whatever the time you use, a 5-minute will be better because it's pretty quick, or 1 minute, whichever. But the choice is yours. When it closes below, like this one has just closed below, we can then take a sell trade. So we're going to sell this market now. So now we have a sell trade. Now I've just done that without my stop losses and everything, but I want you guys to practice putting in your stop loss. Again, if you forget to do that, you can right click on there and you can go to modify or delete your position. Yeah, so there you go, modify, and you can put all the parameters in here to take your trade with. So like for instance, we did this yesterday, you can put your stop losses in here. Yeah, and you can put your profits in here. Yeah, so we can put 120 points there. We can put a few points in there. When you've got the right parameters, this will light up, and then you can just press that, and this will put your stop loss and your targets in. Practice that until you get that right. So once you've done all that, you've then protected your risk. So you can decide how much you want to risk. Do that, and then you can then be confident that you're not going to lose more than you want to lose if you lose. So as you can see, guys, you can see that the market has closed underneath that moving average, and we've put a sell trade in. You can see that red arrow signifying that we're selling this. We want it to go down. We're selling. Yeah. So we can now see that as it turned green and start going up, we're losing £1 something. But as it comes back red, we're only losing 44 pence. So this hopefully will come down. We're only losing 18 pence, 9 pence. So now it's coming in our favor. So we're hoping now that this will just keep coming down, and we'll be into profit. I want you to keep practicing this so that eventually you are so confident in doing what you're doing, you're not afraid of when this turns green and comes back up again. As you can see, we're now making 89 pence. It's not a great amount of money, but let's think about it. Let's think about it. We're playing with pennies at the moment. That's a 0.1. When you start trading with a whole 5 or even a whole 1, you would have a significant amount of money starting to build up pretty quickly. I literally don't want you guys to practice with large sums of money, because a lot of newbie traders tend to want to practice with lots of money. You get 100,000 into your practice account and you start messing about with that, and it doesn't prepare you for the real world when you've only got a small amount of money in your account. So let's get real, stay real, and this thing will work out. So as you can see, we're making 71 pence. It's not about the money at this stage, it's just about practicing. Make sure you've got your stops in and your take profits. I haven't done that here now, but play around with the software, find where it is. Got any issues, get onto the Facebook page and let us know what your issues are. On that Facebook page, you can ask us any questions. We'll solve your problems there. As you can see, now we're £1.07. So that's what we want you to do. When we get below the moving average, we close below it, I want you to make a sell trade. When we get above the moving average, I want you to do a buy trade, just like this one, closed above it. You then do a buy trade here and the market goes up. It doesn't always happen. It's a good strategy for a beginner. Okay, guys, as you can see, just being patient, from moving from a loss, you're now into £1 something. Now, if you were trading a full lot, there would be 10 times that. So if you're trading 5 lots, it would be £50 you'd have here. So anyway, it's not about the money today, it's about practicing these little strategy, this simple, very basic strategy at this stage. Tomorrow, I want you to today go into the Facebook page, post what you've been asked to post in the email, and communicate with everyone, introduce yourself, let everybody know how you're getting on with your trading, and I'll see you tomorrow in the final day. But do not forget, tonight we have the live question and answer session. So if you've got any problems, we can answer them tonight. Anything you want to know about trading, you can ask them tonight. We're going to be using Zoom, so get ready to log in on your Zoom tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, London time, and have your Facebook page open so you can type in any answers or questions on your Facebook page. You can type it into Zoom, but let's have the Facebook page so we can communicate with each other as well. See you later, guys. Have a great day trading. This is Calvin signing out. Calvin from Beyond Candlesticks.